Are you losing customers due to pricing? Are you having more and more phone calls with leads and prospects that are telling you that your prices are just too high, or they just follow up to your proposal with, "We decided to go with another provider"? Well, there could be something happening in the market that has actually nothing to do with your product and your actual price. What it could be is that they're shifting forces that are happening that are completely normal, and you're just experiencing a cycle through which you need to do some corrections. In this video, we're actually going to take a look into what exactly is happening in the market that then you can assess your situation. We're going to look into why you need to be taking action and what's going to happen if you don't correct and make those little changes. And finally, I'm going to share with you a couple of things that you can do to accelerate the process of change so that you can navigate through this landscape. Hi there, my name is Juan Guerra and I'm the founder of Skills of Life. And we work with service providers, helping them transition out of delivery so that they can build a scalable business that can eventually run without them. And one of the key things that we cover in our program has to do with productizing the service. In there, we gotta take a look into how the market is looking at the moment, where things are going, understanding and empathizing with the customers, and then identifying a gap that allows them to develop a key offer that is scalable and profitable. And it is exactly through this journey that we're able to deal with the whole situation of pricing. Now, I own a production company and we focus on live streaming conferences. Now, when we started 4 years ago, although there were a lot of companies that produce videos, there were not that many people focusing on live streaming. Now, over the years, more and more people have come into the market, equipment has gotten cheaper, so it is easier to enter, and the venues as well started offering the services as they install equipment within their space. So obviously all these have saturated the market, but that's not the biggest thing there yet. The other thing comes from the customer side. As the pandemic went on, in the beginning, people that start buying the service are buying it for the first time. So they're not really clear or aware on how to evaluate it, who should they trust, how to assess who does what, how can they compare one another. And as the pandemic continues and they continue to buy services, what's happening is that the customers are also becoming more savvy. And now, after a couple of years, they start looking around. They start shopping for other companies that can actually provide a similar delivery at a cheaper price. That is because customers in general are seeing the service as an expense. Right in the beginning, they saw it as an investment. Now, with time, as you progress and you keep buying the same service, it goes from becoming an investment to actually getting into an expense. It is the same way as you every now and then look for another phone provider. You keep getting the same bill over and over, and suddenly you feel that other people are getting better deals than you. And so you go out there shopping around. It is the same reason why every now and then you look into your Spotify membership, your Netflix membership, and you start wondering if you really need this. Subscription services or things that you're constantly buying are going to decrease in value over time. And so it is natural that as people become more comfortable with it, they're going to start looking around. And so now what's happening is that before we used to have people that have never done a live video or virtual event production. Now we start talking with people that are switching their services. And so that was a big red flag, or at least a warning that the market is changing and more customers are looking to try to save costs because we are an expense to them. So obviously, if this is happening in your business, if you are having conversations with leads and prospects and they come back to you talking about the price, or they decide to go with other providers, then obviously what's going to happen is that your customer base is going to get smaller and smaller, because now you're competing with people that are delivering a service or the same service as you, but at way cheaper prices. Now, what exactly can you do about this? Because if you don't start looking around and start making some tweaks, what's going to happen is that eventually all your customers will go to those that are providing a similar service at a cheaper price. And while the most logical thing would be that you start dropping prices in order to remain competitive, that is the last thing that you actually want to do. Not only things are going to get more expensive, but now your profit is going to be smaller, your revenue is smaller, and you have less money to invest in your business, to pay people. And so by default, the quality of your service is going to go down. That's just a race to the bottom, and it's only going to guarantee you closing. So you could actually keep the price that you have right now or slightly increase it by adding more value to your service. Now, what kind of value do you add to your service? That's something that you need to look into, because you definitely don't want something that is going to cost you money or that is going to cost you time, because that means that you now have more work for the same amount of money pretty much. And so you want to identify what are things that you can incorporate into the service that are not going to cost you any money. That is the first thing that you could do. But what I really recommend you is actually what we did in our business. And that was to shift gears and start looking into other markets that are not as saturated. We start looking into other target customers that are still going to see us as an investment. And for that, we look into the business model of our customers. If the business model of your customer is actually making money by amplifying your service, that means that you are an expense to them. But if they make money in a different way and they use your service to help themselves sell to more people or increase their profit or actually just simply make more money, then they're going to see you as an investment. This is extremely important because this is what is going to allow you to see who you need to go after in your market. Second is that all the time you have new people that have never used your services before or the things that you're offering. There's always going to be new people in the market that are using your service for the first time. Those are the ones that you want to identify and target them. They are the ones who are going to appreciate you, are going to value your expertise, and are definitely going to see you as a partner that is going to help them grow their business. Those are the ones that you need to be looking around. When you make that shift and you start talking to those type of customers, you're going to see that price is not a problem. They have the budget, they have the money, and they see you as somebody that can help them grow their business. That's a position that you definitely want to be in. And so as you have more conversations and you start seeing that your target customers, which are probably the ones that you used to work with in the past or are similar to those, you're going to start seeing those changes and those shifts. Alan Weiss, in the book $1 Million Consulting, he talks about how every year you need to eliminate and cut about 10 to 15% of the lower bottom of your customers, because as you grow, as you become better, as you become more efficient, as you become more capable of delivering results, then what's going to happen is that those people that you sold 2-3 years ago, you're not going to be able to charge them the value that you're able to provide today. And so you need to move on and shift the customers that you work with, and either you do it or they're going to filter themselves out. The best is to have more control, is that if you yourself start moving the target that you go after in terms of customers and the people that you work with. This will allow you to remain in control, especially as there is a learning curve. Now you're going into a different market. You need to now have different strategy and different communication methods and maybe even changing your message a little bit. But it is something that is absolutely necessary. As you shift from one market to the other, you're going to see how actually your business is going to grow. What is happening is that you have improved your services, you have improved your processes, you're now providing better results, and what you're doing is the natural transition to start moving up market. It is the only way that you can stay competitive, because just like you're moving up, there is exactly people behind you who are coming new into the market, who are naive, who don't know how to sell, who don't know how to position themselves, and therefore they're offering their services at a very low price. And those that used to work with you eventually will find them and will be able to capitalize on that, because the market is constantly bringing new people in that unfortunately don't have the expertise to know that they're charging too little, but because they're in that learning phase, they're willing to do it, and people will take advantage of that. And so it is all part of the natural process. And so now, as you start seeing that customers are asking you to lower your prices, or you feel that you're losing customers because you're becoming more expensive, then just keep in mind that that is completely natural. Your business is growing, you are maturing, and you just need to start shifting who's going to be that ideal customer for you from now on, from where your business is today. If this is something that you're struggling with and you want to improve that area for your business when it comes to productizing your service so that you can deliver it at scale and at higher profit, then I invite you to book a call, whether with me or somebody in my team, to have a look into your business and identify what are the things that are holding you back, and see if this is something that we can help you with. And if you like content like this, we're dropping videos every week, and so make sure to click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified next time we release a new video. All right, that's it from my side. My name is Juan Guerra. I'm the founder of Skills of Life, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next video.